Okay, dead of summer, 116, even 120-degree days are here. And if you work outside, how do you protect yourself? What should you do? What are your rights? Walter Clark of the Walter Clark Legal Group joins us now. Hi, Walter. Welcome in. It's nice and cool where you're at, correct?
Definitely in air conditioning, and I wish it were the same for everybody, but it's not, unfortunately.
It truly is not. The heat keeps getting worse. What does that mean for people who have to work in it?
Yeah, it's tough. Global warming is real, and the rate of deaths from heat has increased over the last decade substantially. As now, we know that the number of people who die from heat is greater than all of those who die from hurricanes and floods and tornadoes combined. So it's a lot, and it's been up 50% since 2000. And it's not as noticeable because when somebody reaches 104 degrees, they may not know what's going on and they pass out. But that's where it's dangerous. And unfortunately, we just have not been addressing it. It's not as dramatic a death as when you see a tree fall over on somebody in a hurricane.
All right. That being said, what laws or regulations do we have here in the Coachella Valley that might deal with the folks working in the heat?
Yeah, well, first of all, Los Angeles County now has provided a dashboard so they keep track of this mortality. The law in California applies to all cities, everybody in California, and it's called the California Occupational Safety Health Act, Cal-OSHA. We don't have any special ordinances in Riverside County or cities to deal with responsibility of employers for employees who have to work in the heat. And basically what they have in Cal-OSHA is two categories, outdoors and indoors. For outdoors, there's a basic duty for the employer to provide fresh water, shade, break times, and they almost have a heat illness plan, something that just wasn't the case before. So employers need to be ready for these problems. For outdoors at 95 degrees Fahrenheit or above, there has to be closer monitoring of the employees. There has to be training and special supervision is required. For indoor, now that law came to pass in 2024, but they found that these packing houses and warehouses would easily reach much higher temperatures. So in those facilities, indoor, once it gets to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, they need to be providing cool access places, water, and a break for 15 minutes every hour. Those are the regulations, and I think they're pretty reasonable.
All right, what can workers do if working in the heat makes them sick? What advice do you have for that?
First of all, don't delay, get medical help because it is very serious, and people are not aware sometimes when they're suffering from heat stroke. They want to continue working. They don't want to make an issue out of their condition. But the violations that we just talked about should be reported to Cal-OSHA. They will investigate. There are fines for violations. There are payments that must be required if they have forced people to miss their break times. And finally, if there's retaliation, if there's reporting retaliation where the employer gets mad at the employee for blowing the whistle, then there are damages available that can be sought. And then finally, of course, when somebody's injured on the job, they have access to workers' compensation, so they have medical coverage. Overall, it's a fairly comprehensive plan, and we just hate to know that sometimes employers just don't consider these people who are working in the fields and on the roofs, replacing tiles and so forth. It can be very dangerous.
Indeed. Walter, thanks for coming on. Thanks for the advice.
Delighted. Good to be with you as always, Fred. Thank you.
Okay, when we return, the Riddler check.